What's up, yo? What's up, yo? You locked in? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Robin, what's up? Young Earl, what up? Make sure you follow me on Instagram, TikTok.
Most people are too lazy to do this, but it saves homeowners.
And Spotify, the podcast was sold. Make sure you share this video.
Hey, what the?
So look, this was a video put up today by Tisa Tells. That's full of lies. Emergency hearing. There was no emergency hearing. To all of Tisa Tells followers and subscribers, this is the place you want to be. If you're tired of being lied to, if you're tired of being jerked around and given bad information, this is the channel that's for you. There was no emergency hearing. The thumbnail in and of itself is a lie. Okay? Back on, Tisa Tells got chased out of New York. After the trial, after the verdict, when Puffy was found innocent of the racketeering conspiracy and he was acquitted of the SEX trafficking, many of the YouTubers, many of the vloggers, many of the TikTokers that were at the trial chased Tisa Tells out of town. She had security with her every single day that she was there. She had armed security. The last day, the sentencing, July the 2nd, a YouTuber told her, said, come on the elevator. She wouldn't go on the elevator. Several YouTubers stepped to her and wanted to kick her ass for the lies that she told throughout the trial. And she's still going on about.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Sean Diddy Combs, the prosecution has just given new information to the judge that can guarantee you're going to be up to jail for up to 8 years. You guys, what am I talking?
That is a lie. That is a lie. The prosecution is giving new look to all of Tisa Tells followers. Look at what you listen to.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Sean Diddy Combs, the prosecution has just given new information to the judge that can
New information.
guarantee you're going to be up to jail for up to 8 years. You guys, what am I talking about, okay? Remember how Jeff Samarania was like, listen, I'm sick of y'all. Listen, by the 3rd, I want a list of cases showing what...
He did not say by the 3rd. I'm going to show you where she lied. One thing you'll never see Tisa Tells, and this is to all of Tisa Tells' followers that's going to watch this video, you never see her come from paperwork. When have you ever seen her read from paperwork? This is the order. This is the order that was put down by Judge Submaranian on July the 9th, exactly 7 days after Puffy was acquitted. The parties should locate cases they believe match these criteria and file a letter, hopefully a joint letter, identifying those cases by docket number and jurisdiction on or before September the 1st. September the 1st. Let's see what Jacqueline McKinney says. Look at the date she says.
Guys, what am I talking about, okay? Remember how Jeff Samarania was like, listen, I'm sick of y'all. Listen, by the 3rd, I want a list of cases showing what the average is. Again, I don't want persuasive case law because I don't trust either of you. I'll read it myself. I got some of the best clerks in the business, law clerks in the business. I don't need you to give me the persuasive arguments. All I need for you to do is give me Mann Act cases where somebody had no priors and where the fact set was kind of similar. But I don't even need you to do that. Just give me Mann Act cases, okay? Now, there was supposed to be a joint letter between defense and prosecution. However, as the prosecution put in their new letter, Your Honor, the defense said they wanted to put their own letter. Now, why is this important? Because Judge Samaranian, if you guys don't know, has no minimum or maximum guidelines.
That's a lie. What I'm gonna do, my name is Sean G. This is the podcast with Soul. And on this channel, integrity ain't never went out of style. So, on this letter, dated July the 9th, Judge Submaranian, in connection with the sentencing proceeding in this case, I would find it helpful to have available data on sentences imposed where, number one, the primary or the sole conviction was for a violation of 18 USC 2421 subsection A. Okay? This is what he's talking about. Okay? USC 2421, where the base offense level under the sentencing guidelines was calculated under 2G1.1 Section A, Section 2, with a criminal history category of 1. (2G1.1) promoting a commercial sex act or prohibited sexual conduct with an individual other than a minor. Subsection A, Section A, subsection 2. 2G1.1, Section A, base offense level. What's that base offense level, y'all? Put it in the live chat. What's that base offense level? Put it in the live chat. Now, this idiot says that the judge has no minimum or maximum.
No minimum or maximum. They wanted to put their own letter. Now, why is this important? Because Judge Samaranian, if you guys don't know, has no minimum or maximum guidelines. What does that mean?
Why would Judge Submaranian put a letter together, giving it to the prosecution, giving it to the defense, citing, give me cases with the guideline range? He's asking specifically for sentencing guidelines. He's asking for it. Why y'all listen to this girl? This girl got chased out of New York. She got chased out the courtroom the day of the verdict. They was getting ready to kill her in there, man, with her security. One dude said, yo, get on the elevator. She wouldn't get on the elevator. I was standing right there.
They want Diddy to get time served, which is about like what, a year? Right? Saying, oh my God, nobody's ever gotten prison time for this. However, the prosecution submitted a 4-page memo with lots of cases where, say it with me, people that had no priors in the Mann Act got years in jail. Okay? Now.
Jacqueline McKinney, her name is Jacqueline McKinney. She's not a foundational black American. She's not a black female at all. I think she's Hawaiian, Asian, and Irish. I know she looks like a soul sister, but she's not. Here is the letter dated September the 1st. This is from the prosecution. This is from Jay Clayton, Meredith Foster, and all the assistant U.S. attorneys. This is the letter from the prosecution who lost. Okay? The government respectfully submits this letter in response to the judge's July 9th, 25 order directing the parties to provide sentencing data to the court in advance of the sentencing proceeding in this matter. Specifically, Judge Submaranian requested that the parties provide available data on sentences imposed where the primary or the sole conviction was for a violation of 18 USC 2421, Section A, subsection 2, base offense level under the sentencing guidelines. Under the sentencing guidelines was calculated. Hold on, y'all.
Were you sexually abused by staff, guards, or other adults in a juvenile detention center? Many victims had already received detention center. Many victims had already received detention center. Many victims had already received detention center. Many victims had already received detention center.
The base offense level under the sentencing guidelines was calculated under 2G1.1, Section A, subsection 2, with a criminal history category of 1. Okay? This is the letter from the Southern District of New York. In the subsection, in the subparagraph, after conferrals with the defense team regarding a joint letter, doing a letter together, Puffy's counsel informed us, the prosecution, that they would be unable to exchange their case list with the government in advance of filing and would be submitting their list directly to you, Judge Submaranian. So what Puffy's team did, they said, we're not going to give you our list of cases before we give it to the judge so y'all can look at it and analyze it. When we submit it to Judge Submarine, and we don't want to do a joint letter with you anyway. We won. Puffy won. To the victor go the spoils. Y'all lost. Why would we want to exchange winning information with losers? So that's what Puffy's team decided to do, and the prosecution highlighted that in their letter. So in this five-page letter, all it is just a bunch of precedent cases. Okay? This is available on pacer.com. Sidebar. Eastern District of New York, Southern District of New York, Northern District of Mississippi, Middle District of Florida, Colorado, Kansas, New York, North Carolina, Michigan, Kansas, Connecticut, California, Maryland, Texas. So what they did was they got a bunch of different cases on the Mann Act from around the country. They pulled it down on Pacer, but it had to fit the exact criteria of Puffy's case. So they submitted 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages. Puffy's team, September the 1st, not September the 3rd. Not September the 3rd, like the liar says.
The prosecution submitted a letter, and they shaded the defense. The defense clapped back and gave like all these legal bindings of cases. Now, some people are like, "Oh my God, this proves something," but it proves nothing, because those cases, the defense was very clear to say the following. Whole prosecution shaded the defense by saying they're refusing to cooperate.
See how she edited that part of the video? Look at how she edited, because she don't know what she's talking about. This is not a whole legal binding. This is a 12-page document. Let's read it. There go my girl, Barbara Ruth. Barbara, thank you for joining the channel membership. Dear Judge Submaranian, we write pursuant to court's order, July the 9th, Judge Submaranian, July the 9th, 2025, to identify cases where we believe match Judge Submaranian's stated criteria. We provide 2 lists of cases. First, we provide a list of cases where the defendant. Barbara, what's up, baby? Welcome to the channel. Shout out to Barbara. Everybody give Barbara a shout out in here. Everybody give Barbara a shout out. We provide a list of cases where the defendant was convicted solely under 18 USC 2421. Thomas Dawson, what up? Hey, Thomas, give Barbara a shout out, man. There go my members. If they got the green name, they channel members. 2421, 18 USC 2421. The defendant's base offense level was calculated under 2G1.1. 2G1.1. Paperwork. 2G1.1. Promoting commercial sex act or prohibited sexual conduct with an individual other than a minor. The base offense level. Put the base offense level. What is that? Put it in the live chat. Put the base offense level in the live chat. Put it in the live chat. What's the base offense level? Tyrone Phillips got it. I see you, Tyrone. the base offense level. Milton Scott, Hollywood T, I see you, baby. Intelligent Hoodlum, base offense level 14. Greg, base offense level. Sentencing guidelines table. When I went to federal prison, they sentenced me according to this. Every nigga, every white boy, every Latino, every Asian, every European, every South American, every African, everybody from every country, all 163 countries around the world, was sentenced according to the federal guidelines range, the sentencing table. Base offense level 14. Category what? What it say? How much? What's the guideline range? What's the guideline range? Base of level 14, category 1. This is zone D. Now, let me explain to you about zone D. 15 to 21 months, right here. Sentencing guideline range. When your charge falls into the zone D, it's mandatory incarceration. Mandatory incarceration. The only way you could get probation, or home confinement is you get zone C, zone B, or zone A. And as you can see, the sentences for zone 0 to 6 months, 0 to 6 months, 4 to 10 months, right? But once you get down here in zone D, it's mandatory prison time. That's what they told me when they was trying to get me to cooperate. They wanted me to sign a 5K1, which is an agreement between the defendant and the government that you will give information. You will provide substantial assistance in information to get somebody else convicted. In other words, you will become an informant. In other words, you will be a snitch. You will be a rat. That's it. They wanted me to sign a 5K1, and they said, Sean, I was base offense level 15. There it go right there, J Con. My nigga J Con. Sean G, integrity never went out of style. Tell the people, Sean. Always keeping it a buck. Everybody go follow my man J Con on his YouTube channel. He was there today, that day, July the 2nd. Tisa Tells got chased out of New York. She got chased out of the courtroom by all the other YouTubers, TikTokers, and Instagrammers for lying. She had security, armed security with her every single day. My joint came in here. I was right here. Base offense level 15. 18 months to 24 months. I got the low end of the guideline range. I got 18 months. I told my public defender or my public pretender, because he wasn't defending me from the court. He was defending the community from me. You understand? He was a public pretender. He said, Sean, you got zone D, which is mandatory incarceration. He said, if you sign a 5K1, if you agree to turn in your clients, if you agree to wear a wire, if you agree to wear cameras whenever we ask you, if you agree to help us bring down other people, I can move you from a zone D up to a zone C, and then you can get probation or home confinement, and you can stay out of prison, and you can fight for custody of your son. I respectfully declined and said that that was something I wouldn't be able to do. That integrity was important to me, that my name was important to me, and that because I did something wrong, I broke the law. I knew I was breaking the law when I was breaking it. I was stealing, I was ripping off the United States government. I was cheating on people's taxes, getting them bigger refunds, making me money, making me rich. Greed had took control of me. I destroyed myself. So why the hell now I get busted? I'ma tell on her. I'ma tell on him. I'ma tell on them niggas over there. I'ma tell on my man right there. Take him away from his daughter. Take her away from her 2 sons. And destroy her sons, her innocent children that had nothing to do with it. Destroy his daughter that had nothing to do with it. Kill his grandmother from heartbreak that his son, her grandson, going to prison because I told on him. So I'm putting that kind of energy out into the universe, so I ain't gonna have nothing but bad luck. So I told him, I said, look, man, I ain't gonna be able to do that, man. So you might as well just send me to prison and hurry up and send me. Let's get it over with. You understand? So let's get back to Puffy's Alexandra Shapiro's letter. First, we provide a list of cases where the defendant was convicted solely under the 18 USC 2421. The defendant's base offense level was calculated as a 14 with a criminal history category 1, and the defendant did not receive a downward departure under 5K1. The defendant did not receive a downward departure under 5K1. When you sign a 5K1, you become a rat. Puffy did not file a 5K1. Alexander Shapiro makes it plain and simple in the court documents. Puffy is not an informant. Suge Knight says Puffy is a rat. That's a lie. Everybody in the comments section, Puffy is a rat. That's a lie. Puffy got with minors. That's a lie. Puffy is gay. That's a lie. None of that came out at the trial. We identified 63 such cases using the United States Sentencing Commission's public data. While the Commission's data files exclude case identifiers, PACER searches make it possible to identify dockets corresponding to the data file. Secondly, we provide a broader list of additional cases where the primary or sole conviction was for a violation of 18 USC 2421A. We identified these cases by conducting a PACER criminal cases report search in each district containing the Mann Act charge. This court, Judge Submaranian's order clearly states that no argument should be included in this letter. We therefore note that our identification of these cases should in no way indicate that we believe these particular cases are relevant or should in any way guide the court approach to sentencing in this case. And here are Puffy's lawyers' cases. 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, 5 page, 6, 7, 8, 9, Arizona, Montana, Oregon, Utah, Georgia, Oklahoma, California, Missouri, Nebraska, DC, Georgia, Kentucky, Ohio, Texas, Louisiana, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Maine, South Carolina, Virginia, New Jersey, Florida. Man, cases from all over. This is what the defense, this is what the prosecution submitted. This is what Puffy defense submitted. Now let's get back to the liar.
But it proves nothing because those cases, the defense was very clear to say the following. Whole prosecution shaded the defense by saying
You see how she edited the video?
saying that. Listen, Your Honor, we wanted this to be a joint filing. The defense was all like, nobody goes to jail for the man convictions. But we have over almost 80 cases showing lots of people do. And Diddy needs to be on that lots of people list. Because of that, it seems like the defense got a little bit of attitude and they're like, oh, we'll file separately. You just go ahead and do this. However,
That's another lie. That's another lie. In Judge Submaranian, this is Judge Submaranian's hand. This is his signature. What does that say right there? Hopefully a joint letter. He did not mandate a joint letter. Y'all better file a joint. He said hopefully. But you let this asshole here talk about it. All lies, man.
That the prosecution just destroyed is Diddy's team saying no one does real time for the Mann Act. The government flat out said, and we're going to read the response, stop the nonsense. There is a laundry list of cases. Who went to prison? And we're giving it to you right now. Okay? The shade comes when the prosecution literally told the judge, and I said, we tried to work together, but Diddy's team refused.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Where does it say that in here? Where does it say that in here? We tried to work together, but Diddy's team refused, other than saying that they reached out to him and that they didn't want to exchange the list.
They are hiding the ball. At best, it looks like they are uncooperative. At worst, it looks like they're being secretive. Now, listen, here's the risk. If the judge buys the government's narrative, okay, Diddy could be staring down real prison time, not a celebrity slap on the wrist, okay? Again, listen to what the prosecution actually had to say. They said the government respectfully submits this letter in response to the court's July 9th order, directing the parties to provide sentencing data to the court.
Listen, this girl was finna get her ass kicked at the courthouse the day Puffy got acquitted. She was chased out of New York. She had armed security with her every single day that she was at the trial. Every single day, she had an armed guard because everybody knew she was lying. She would go into the courtroom. We were all in the same courtroom together, and she would come out like she's doing now and spin a whole nother narrative from the truth.
Out of this, that, and the third. Specifically, the court requested that the parties provide available data on identified cases that match counsel informed the government that they would be unable to exchange playing in the court's face because while they did maybe give, it looks like they gave about.
So enough of her. What we talk about on my channel is just the straight paperwork. I showed you everything, okay? This was the letter from Judge Submaranian saying have it in my hand by September the 1st. Hopefully a joint letter. Hopefully. This is Alexandra Shapiro's letter, September the 1st. Jay Clayton's letter, September the 1st. Base offense level 14. Now, this is the key. This is the key. If there were going to be any enhancements, if Judge Submaranian was going to enhance Puff for look at B, right? If section A subsection 2 applies, meaning base offense level 14, which it does, and the offense involved fraud or coercion, the offense then goes, it becomes enhanced by 4 levels. The offense of conviction is 18 USC 2421A B2, increase by 4 levels, right? You see that? That would be the enhancement. Okay? If it involved fraud or coercion, increased by 4 levels. If that was the case, Submarinian, if he was going to enhance Puff, would have put it in here and said, find me cases 18 USC 2421 2B instead of 2A. 2421B instead of 2421A. He would have asked for them to get cases that involve fraud or coercion. Now this asshole and this other dude, let me show you this other dude. He say he was down there at the courthouse. I don't even remember him. Look at this motherfucker.
Cassian J, evidence of recordings, evidence of
Look at this nigga.
control, and high-profile nature. Short-term, the
Look at this
cases that we
dude.
find where the client
He
got
lying
reduced
too.
Sentence. But one thing that
Shut
I
up.
want to look at is a different person's case.
Shut up.
Through the research of DIDDY Docket, shout out to them on the app X, doing a fantastic job. We can see here that
Send
they
this
have
video to him.
analyzed-
This is his channel. Let me show y'all his channel.
This is a 400-ounce bar of solid gold. Back in the 20s, this could buy you a decent house.
Look,
And
look
so
at-
could this much
look
cash.
at his,
His 8,000.
doing a fantastic.
Look at his head. Look at his title. New Diddy sentencing filings. Judge Arun is about to finish Diddy. Wow. What's his name? Mehdi Murad? What kind of name is that? Murad. Murad Merali. He said he was down at the courtroom. Look at this motherfucker.
We can see here that they have analyzed another case that is very similar to P. Diddy. And this is basically what the judge is going to be doing. So we're going to show you an example of what the judge is basically going to be doing. So the most relevant case as of right now, you could argue, is the United States versus Dylan Jordan.
Look at this. Look at this
Comparing
nigga.
to P. Diddy's. Because this could show us what
Look at
Diddy
this
might
lie.
expect. The reason why is because Jordan...
He's comparing this case, saying that this case and Puffy's case is the same, and this nigga was running a prostitution ring where he made $1.4 million a year running a prostitution ring. That is not similar to Puff. Puff has no similar case. There is no similar case to Puffy where male escorts were flown in to have sex with his girlfriend while he watched. Nothing. There is no case similar to that. This dude here, this lying motherfucker, he say he was down. I don't even remember.
The same charges, Mann Act transportation violations, same criminal history, a first-time offender, same guideline, 21 to 27 months, and the actual sentence that he received was actually 5 years. So the guideline, it was triple whatever was going to be expected. So based on this analysis, Sean Combs actually faces, guys, a potentially severe sentence despite being acquitted of the most serious charges. The thing is, when it comes to Jordan's case, Diddy's situation is actually worse. Why? Because Jordan operated a prostitution ring generating 1.4 million, whereas Diddy's case...
So how could Puffy's case be worse? You see this lying motherfucker? Puffy's case is worse. But Jordan operated a prostitution ring making $1.4 million a year. Puffy didn't operate no prostitution ring. He was the John. He was paying. Yeah, somebody call ICE. Is this nigga paperwork right? Is he a citizen?
Higher profile of global celebrities and massive public attention.
Yo, listen, y'all. On this channel, man, we deal with the paperwork, man. He got 5 years because he got convicted of the Mann Act and he was making $1.4 million a year. That is nowhere near what Puffy was doing. Vicky Slaughter, what up? So, to all Tisa tells followers, if you want to come on a real channel where we deal with this, okay? Judge Submaranian's letter, 18 USC 2421. A, sentencing guideline range 2G1.1, sentencing guideline table. Guideline range is 14, category 1, 15 to 21 months. 15 to 21 months. And Puffy could get a downward departure. He very well may get a downward departure for horrendous conditions at Brooklyn MDC, all the charity work, building a charter school in Harlem, building a charter school in the Bronx, donating $1 million to historically black college, Jackson State University, donating $2 million cash to Howard University, another historically black college, and giving over $20 million to charity since 1993. He very well could get a downward departure. You know, the guideline range is the guideline range. Judge Submaranian's letter, and everybody is saying, oh, he don't got to go by the guideline range. He don't go. So why the fuck would he be asking for it then? Why would he be asking for it? That's his signature. Why would he be asking them? It would be helpful to me. I would find it helpful to have available data on sentences imposed where the primary or sole conviction was for violation of 18 USC 2421A with a criminal history category of 1. And Cassie's Mann Act charge may even be beyond the statute of limitations. So y'all go tell Tisa tells and tell this dude.
It's very much longer duration, more victims, more violence and
more victims. How do you have more victims?
And also commercial.
He said more victims.
Business empire to facilitate crimes.
What a sucker!
On the Amex card with the hotels being booked, and to help receive.
Are you researching dental implants? It's 24-hour.
Don't believe these people, man.
Process allows
that both sides submitted a sentence or a low sentence from the defense.
Where your paperwork, man? You here legally? Somebody call ICE, man. Is he here legally? Who is this guy? On here telling lies. The guideline range is 15 to 21 months. That's it. And Judge Submaranian is gonna go by that. They can talk all that they want. Oh, he's gonna. This is the paperwork. The paperwork is the paperwork. Huh? The paperwork is the paperwork, man. It's what we deal with here. This is what we deal with here, man. A lot of these Mann Act cases involve SEX trafficking, brothels, pimps, all of that. Well, tell him I said stay his ass in London. He ain't welcome in New York no more. Gonna run him out of New York too. They ran Tisa Tells out of New York. They ran Tisa Tells out of New York. Here come fake profile boy. Look at fake profile boy. Look at fake profile boy, y'all. Look at fake profile boy. Oh, poor baby. Poor baby. Your mother ain't filled the refrigerator up with food. You still live with your mother, chump. You walk around with Crocs and pajama pants on in the daytime. Fake profile boy. Send me an email. Send me an email. Me and you can meet up and you can tell me that to my face. Then I'll believe you. My email is thepodcastforsoul@gmail.com. That's how I want to do it. I don't want to go back and forth in the comment section no more. Just email me wherever you at. Email me your phone number. I'm going to call you. We're going to meet up. And you can tell me, you can express yourself to me personally how you really feel. Then I'll believe you. Then I'll be impressed. So that's what we got, y'all. Tisa Tells is looking at a lawsuit, a defamation lawsuit. I got another video coming about that. Just stay tuned. Puffy's team may be filing a civil suit against her for libel, slander, and defamation. She gonna be next on the list. Does anybody have any questions that I can help you with? Greg Wilson, what up, man? Sidebar. Fit over 50. They ran her out of New York. Get your fake ass out of here. W. Bell, nigga, my man. What's good? You have all these non-Americans talking, I should get them. That's right. That's right. Because I am the true foundational black American. With Cherokee, native Cherokee blood running through my veins. I'm the real, the indigenous inhabitant of this country. That's right. Anybody got any questions, man? Tisa Tells is not a foundational black American. Tisa Tells, I think she's Hawaiian and Irish. City Hall, what up? Harlem, I see you, Harlem. Shout out to Harlem. City Hall, what up? Dario Bird, what's happening? You think Puff coming home at the top of the year getting 15 months? If he's sentenced to 15 months, he will probably leave court that day because by next week he will have done a year. After you do a year, you get 54 days good time. That's 2 months. So he would be eligible for halfway house at that point, and they very well could Judge Submaranian could give him halfway house or home detention with an ankle monitor. You know, that's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting in the middle of that guideline range, man. 18 months, which should let him walk out of the Southern District of New York, walk out of federal court, and get an ankle monitor and go home. Just like me, my whole mother's side is Cherokee Indian and my father is Blackfoot Indian. We know the truth. That's right. Listen, everything, a lot of that, what they told us in social studies. Belton, thank you for the super chat. About the Indian is a lot of that what they told us about the Native American. They didn't tell us the part about a lot of them were foundational Black Americans. A lot of them didn't tell that part. She is stunning, very attractive. I see. Yeah, but she's a fucking liar. Lovely lady, what's up? What the fuck does being stunning and attractive got to do if you tell lies? What the fuck is that all about? Tell me the truth. I don't like no woman that lie. She's not black. They've been exposed her that she's Samoan, Hawaiian, or something, and Irish. Yeah, she's a fraud. No matter what she is, she's a fraud. Yeah, but I think Puff gonna go home that same day, man. Right. Puffy is the king of New York right now. With everything that's going on in Atlanta, Atlanta has self-destructed. Atlanta hip-hop has self-destructed. Puffy is truly the king. Any of them guys go around Puff, any of them dudes, any rapper in the world, when they go around Puff, when they see him this time, they gonna dap him up, because Puff earned the stripe. When you go to the trial with the feds, that's a stripe. And win, that's even a bigger stripe. It's 2 stripes. That's a stripe. 100%. In Columbus is writing, he said first people he seen was red-skinned Indians and black-skinned Indians. People don't want to know the truth. Christopher Columbus, when he first got here, when he landed in Hispaniola, which is now Haiti and the Dominican Republic, the native Taino told him that black people, we trade in gold-tipped metal spears with black people that come in big boats. The niggas was already here. Now that's down in the Caribbean, but where I come from, my bloodline is Cherokee, North Carolina, on my mother's side. On my mother's side. That's a true story. My mother's side from Georgia, my father's side from South Carolina. Cherokee, native Cherokee. Native Cherokee. No matter what you say, you know, the foundational Black American has to make a distinction, and he has to draw a line. He has to delineate who he is, and he has to make it known that we are not the same as the Caribbean Black. Never have been and never will be. And no matter how much the Caribbean Black tries to assimilate into our culture, whether they were born into our culture and they've adopted our culture and they've copied our culture down to a T, they could still never be us. They could still never be us. And the very fact that you're born here doesn't make you a foundational black American. I no longer subscribe to the term African American. No, I don't. You know, somebody that comes here from Tanzania would be considered a Tanzanian American. Somebody that comes here from Rwanda or Namibia in Africa would be a Namibian American or a Rwandan American. And that was 180 years before Christopher Columbus. About that, your comment goes big. Ain't no question. Ivan Van Sertima talked about that, W. Belton. You know, we don't look the same. We don't have the same music. We don't have the same cranial structure. Jamie Shepard, what's going on? Thank you, Jamie. The foundational black American, and even within the foundational black American culture, true solid foundational black Americans from Louisiana or Mississippi or Alabama or Georgia and Florida may have a different cranial structure than a foundational black American from Kentucky or West Virginia or North Carolina. You know, but overall, the physiological differences and the cultural differences, the cuisine differences, the look. You know, you can line up 12 black men, one from Swaziland, one from Brazil, one from the Dominican Republic, one from Cuba, one from Haiti, one from Jamaica, one from Sudan, one from Nigeria, one from Kenya, one from Honduras, Guatemala, Puerto Rico, and then put a nigga from America in there, from goddamn Baltimore or goddamn Philadelphia or Watts or Dallas or Chicago or Atlanta, and I can look at them all and say, there go the nigga right there. There you go right there. I can look and see and say, which one is the foundation of black America? That nigga right there. Okay, to be sure, tell all 15 of them to walk from there to there. And all I got to do is, there you go. Spot the nigga right out. Pick him right out. Treadmill game. Pick him right out. And don't let him be from goddamn New Jersey and New York. Then you oh, there you go. That's that nigga right there. Look at that. Look at them clothes he got. Look at that nigga right there. Look at that. Look how he wears his hat. There you go. There that nigga go. There you go. You pick him right out. So we're not the same. We all may be Africoid type, right? I don't have the traditional broad nigga nose, right? My nose is pointy, right? And it could be several things, right? It could be maybe I reached back to my Cherokee blood, or it could be the fact that there was a white family of Gunbys in Georgia, in the town where my mother is from. You got the black Gunbys, and then there's a white family called Gunbys that they owned us, and that there was some miscegenation and race mixing going on between, and maybe some of the European features came through, and you know what I'm saying, are expressed in certain aspects of me. You understand? I think that we'd be hard pressed I think there's more, there's less purebred foundational black Americans in America as a result of slavery and miscegenation and race mixing down the, over the years. But at the end of the day, for me, you understand, you can consider me black to the bone. You know what I'm saying? I'm the real true soul brother. You understand? From the East Coast, up north, hands down. Ain't nothing else. And I don't want to be nothing else. I'm glad that I am who I am. I'm proud that I am what I am. And all that. Because the foundational black American, especially during the time that I grew up in the 80s, the foundational black American, the slave nigga from New York, he set the trend for everybody around the world. They don't go to Port-au-Prince, Haiti and say, let's study the Haitian and copy him. They don't go to Tokyo, Japan and say, let's study the Japanese in Tokyo and copy him. They don't go to Tel Aviv, Israel and say, let's watch them and copy them. Let's go to Moscow, Russia, Beijing, China, Ukraine, Poland, Nigeria, Liberia, Ghana, South Africa, the Middle East, Palestine, England, Germany, France. They don't go nowhere to none of them places and say, let's watch these people and study them and copy them. They don't go to Montego Bay, Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica, nowhere in Jamaica, nowhere in Haiti, nowhere, and copy and look at them and say, let's copy them. You know where they go? They come goddamn to the United States of America. They say, where the nigga at? Where the soul brother at? Whatever he doing, we want to do. And if you really want to drill it down to a fine point, they come to the goddamn city of dreams, to the Big Apple. They come to New York. They come to New York and say, where that New York soul brother at? That's the nigga. Whatever he doing, that's what we want to copy. And that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. Get mad with me. All you got to do is look at history. We set the trends at everything, man. Goddamn music, fashion, whatever. Let's go to New York. Where that nigga at? Where he at? There you go. There you go. But if you come to New York now, I just had shout out to my clients from Texas, man. I just did a 2-day tour with some clients from Dallas to Arlington, Texas. They came and did the New York City tour with me, and I brought them to Harlem. W. Bell, and I see you. I remember when all the black people had all the stores in the 70s, they were strong. These weak black people today forgot about it. If you come to New York and New Jersey now, North Jersey and New York City, you go to Harlem, Brooklyn, the foundational black American is not here no more. He's not here. The foundational black American that migrated here in the Great Migration from the 50s and 60s and 70s, that flooded Baltimore, flooded DC, flooded Philadelphia, flooded Newark, New Jersey, flooded Harlem, flooded Brooklyn, flooded Boston, flooded DC, and then the blacks from Alabama, Mississippi, They went straight up and they went up to Chicago. The foundational black went to Chicago, and then the ones that was in like Texas and Oklahoma, they went out west to Los Angeles. But if you come to New York today, there's no more foundational black Americans here. All you're gonna see here is Caribbean blacks and Africans. You go to Harlem, you're gonna see niggas delivering Uber on a bike with sandals on, with no socks. Bunch of Africans. But that's not us. They full up in Harlem. Ain't no more, all the Puerto Ricans, ain't no more Puerto Ricans in New York and New Jersey. All the Puerto Ricans from the 80s, 70s, they done moved to Florida. They done moved back to Florida. All of the foundational black Americans from New York and New Jersey done moved back to Charlotte, Atlanta, and Texas. And some of them went to South Carolina. Ain't no more foundational black Americans here. When I leave, you can turn the lights out. It's over with. I'm the last one here. I'm the last one. I'm the last one. All you got here now is a lot of Haitians, a lot of Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Caribbean blacks, and Africans. That's it. The soul brother done went back home. He done went home and got him some cows and some chickens and go fishing every day and sit on the porch with his rifle. He sit on the porch swatting flies. Jeremy Crawford said, hit that like button, y'all. I'm the last one. I'm the last one. You don't see, it's a lot of dudes from my generation. It's a lot of foundational black Americans here from my generation that still live here. They may have city jobs, they may have good jobs, but the swag, the flavor, the New York flavor that we had, that we grew up with, the New York flavor, the New York walk, the New York talk, the New York dress, New York style, New York music, that shit is dead. Tupac and the West Coast killed that. When Tupac came out, everybody wanted to be like Tupac. And the West Coast, that's how them gangs got here. That's how the Bloods and Crips got here. There was no Bloods and Crips here in the 80s. W. Bellin, you're right. And all them trying to steal our history and none of them wars. There was no Bloods and Crips here. No way, no how in the 80s. No way. That didn't happen until the 90s. You understand? When they killed Biggie out there and niggas from New York didn't do nothing, they didn't retaliate, you know what I'm saying? Them gangs came over here. But gang, Bloods and Crips is an LA thing. That's a Los Angeles thing. That's the home of that shit. The niggas here in Jersey, New York that's trying to be Bloods and Crips is faking. They not the real deal. They trying to be, they imported Los Angeles culture to New York. And that's why niggas in LA don't respect them. When them niggas go out to LA, these Bloods and Crips from here go out there, them niggas in LA and Compton and them, they don't respect them niggas, man. They like, nigga, you trying to be like us. And that was the same way we looked at LA when I was coming up through the 80s. LA niggas, Compton, South Central, tried to be like us. They tried to rap like us. They talked the slang like us. You go listen to NWA albums, listen to Ice Cube. They use, all that is New York slang. They wanted to be like us, and we should look at them like, y'all niggas is country, man. You wear Jerry curls and shit. Y'all niggas from over there. We didn't respect them. You only get respect when you be yourself. When you have true integrity and you're truly authentic. And that's why Eazy-E. That's why I love Eazy-E. That's why Eazy-E has success. And that's why Luther Campbell, Luke from the 2 Live Crew, has success. Because Luke didn't try to be like niggas from New York. He said, we from Miami, we from Dade County, we listen to bass music, and we do booty music. Oh, me so horny, oh, me so horny, oh, me so horny, me love you long time. And we respected him because he was being his true Miami, down south, Florida, down in the bottom Dade County South. And Eazy-E said, I ain't from New York, I'm from Compton. I wear Jerry curl, I wear goddamn Lokes glasses with a Los Angeles Raider hat. I button my shirt up to the top, the checker shirt, and I wear big pack baggy pants with Converse. And he said, I'm from LA, and I use LA slang, and we respected him because he was being who he was. You only get respect when you be yourself. When you try to copy somebody else or imitate somebody else, we all can see it. We all can see it. Eazy-E is responsible for West Coast by himself. What's up, Tony? I see you. Shout out to Tony Allison. I see you. Oklahoma in the house. That God only made one you. Don't go around in your life wasting time trying to be like somebody else, you know, when you're better at being you. Be yourself. Walk how you walk, talk how you talk, dress how you dress. God made you that way. The sun, moon, and stars, the universe made you that way for you to be that way. You add balance to the universe. Eazy-E, my favorite West Coast artist. His family tree, everything big out of the West Coast, if you trace the family tree back, it go back to Eazy-E. Eminem is on Eazy-E's family tree. 50 Cent, Eazy-E family tree. Kendrick Lamar, Eazy-E family tree. The movie Barbershop, Eazy-E family tree. The movie Friday, Eazy-E family tree. Anything Ice Cube done did, anything Dr. Dre done did, that's Eazy-E's family tree. Eazy-E put them niggas on. He was the executive producer. Eazy owned the label. Cube was signed to the label. Dre was signed to the label. Eazy was the boss. Him and Jerry Heller. I own Ruthless, and that's my label. We get the money, the women, and cold busted fat cables, boy. Master Rama's a toy. Eazy-E started all of that shit. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Eazy-E. Suge Knight, Eazy-E family tree. Tupac, Eazy-E family tree. Snoop Dogg, Eazy-E family tree. Warren G, Eazy-E family tree. Nate Dogg, Eazy-E family tree. The Dog Pound, Daz Corrupt, Eazy-E. All that shit go back to Eazy, man. All that go back to Eazy. All that go back to Eazy. Eazy-E. Bad motherfucker. Foundational Black America. Eazy-E, Foundational Black America. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. The DOC, Easy E Family Tree. I'm talking nonsense, but you got a fake profile. Get your fake profile ass off my channel. I know what I'm talking about, nigga. I grew up, I saw the whole thing. I'm 56 years old. I saw the whole thing go down. Fake profile, boy. Long before you could make a fake profile and go in the comment section and write something. Anybody got any questions, man? Because I'm finna get out of here, man. Milton Scott, Diddy be home soon. Yeah, the fake profile, man. Your fake profile. Tupac had his start in the Bay Area, my hometown. Yeah, but Tupac, when he was 16 years old, fake profile boy, when he was living in Baltimore, when Tupac was living in Baltimore at 16, when he was going to the Baltimore School for Performing Arts with Jada Pinkett, he got in a talent show and he rapped. Do you know what he called himself? You know what name? What name did Tupac call himself in that talent show? What name did he call himself? What name did he call himself? Somebody put it in the live chat. MC New York. There you go. Right. Yeah, so maybe Pac didn't come off of Easy E's family tree. Pac didn't come off of Easy E's family tree. Because Pac was already, before he got down with Dre, he was down with Atron Gregory and Money B and Shock G. Digital Underground. Yeah, Tupac didn't come off of Easy E's family tree. I was wrong about that. But his biggest records came off of there. His biggest records came off of there. I got the double CD in the car now. I play that double CD, All Eyes on Me. I play that motherfucker to this day. That album, man. Wow. That one CD is crazy. Trading war stories. With outlaws on the rise, jailers, niggas I despise. Look at my eyes. I was a Tupac fan, man. I was hurt when they killed him, man. When the nigga died, man. They did a memorial for him in Harlem on 127th Street, across the street from Mosque number 7. I went over there. I thought the nigga was gonna pull through, but the nigga died. They threw him a memorial. I think it might have been 2 days after he died. They had a memorial for him in a church on 127th Street and Adam Clayton Powell. Adam Clayton Powell on 127th Street, right on the corner. I went. I was hurt, man. I was hurt when Tupac died, man. I fucked with Tupac. I ain't like him talking all that West Coast shit. I ain't like that. Cause that shit, he know what the fuck it was. If you have beef with a few niggas, then say their name. Don't be putting everybody in it. You understand? But I was a Tupac fan, man. Yes, I was. Put them likes on 200. Foundational Black America all the way, man. Look at how young I look. How old do I look, y'all? I know y'all know I'm 56 years old. But how old do I look? I was bad. I was hurt when Easy died. Easy hurt me. Tupac hurt me. Brenda's got a baby. Brenda. That was my song. I bought Tupac's first album, Tupacalypse Now. I think it was 1992. 1992. I bought the cassette. They got me trapped. Violent. Brenda's got a baby. Boy, that was the shit. Shock G. Humpty Hump. I don't look no motherfucking 56, 57. Get your ass up out of here. That's not what your girl said. Got young honeys on my job, nigga. It was 1991. 1991. Strictly for my niggas. I got that. I got all Tupac's albums, man. Tupacalypse Now, Strictly for my niggas. Me Against the World. All Eyes on Me. Machiavelli, 7 Day Theory. Thug Heaven. Then the shit started getting corny after that. Shit started getting corny. Yep. What y'all want to talk about now? I'm tired now, y'all. I'm tired. We get up out of here, man. Tell Tisa Tells to stop lying. I didn't buy the thug life. I ain't about the thug life. I ain't like all that thug life shit. I ain't like that. He started to get too wild, man. He should have just chilled, but that's done. All right, y'all, let me get up out of here. That's what she do. She tell lies. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You see that? You can put all the blacks from all around the world, get them all together. 54 countries in Africa. 54 countries in Africa, and line up all the men, and then stick a nigga in there from Harlem or from Jersey, and say, y'all walk from that tree to that tree. And soon as I see him, there you go. That's him. There you go. It could be 3,000 of them. It could be 3,000 niggas. But that foundational Black America, he gonna stand up. There you go. That's him right there. Tell him to say something. Tell him to say, ask him what he eat. There you go. There you go. Tony Love, what up? I'm gonna be in Atlanta next month for Morris Brown Homecoming, man. I'm gonna be in Atlanta next month for Morris Brown Homecoming. Yo, Tony Love, what up? We gotta talk, man. Let me call my man Tony. I got Tony in here. Let me see. Let me call my man Tony. Tony show love. Tony, what up, man? What you doing? You working? Okay, cool. Yeah, we was over here fucking with Puff, man. Puff finna be up out of there, man. Puff the king in New York, man. Puff the king of hip hop. Hey, Tony, the Atlanta hip hop scene done imploded, man. Done self-destructed. Yeah. But yo, let me get up out of here. I'm gonna holler at you later, Tom. Peace. Y'all call. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Vicky. Vicky. Vicky, where my collard greens at, Vicky? Where my collard greens at, Vicky? So let me ask y'all this. All the anybody in here that make collard greens, what you put in your collard greens? Right now, put it in the live chat. How you make your collard greens? And I'll tell you if you making real live nigga collard greens. Or you making some fake collard greens. J Mastermind, you gonna get it? That shit money, man. That shit money, man. How you make your collard green? Collards with smoked turkey. Yeah, I'm gonna block you. See, who is that right there? With smoked turkey, she get blocked. Put in timeout. Put in timeout. Andre Davis going to timeout. Put him in timeout. There you go. Selwyn Johnson. Goddamn ham, hock, and garlic. There you go. If you put the wrong thing in there, I'm blocking. Fatback. There you go. Goddamn. Do you put beef, turkey, or pork in the collard greens? Put it in the live chat. Ham hock. There you go. Ham hock. Uh-oh. Smoked turkey tail. Gotta get Kev up out of here. Kev, get your ass up out of here. We don't want none of Kev Tyson collard greens. No, we don't. You're gonna see me at Morris Brown. Vicky didn't even put her where she put her car. Gotta put that goddamn smoked neck bone. Smoked neck bone. Smoked hawk. There it go. Been there, put them on. Smoked neck bone. Let me put my comment in there. Hold up. Let me put my comment in there. If somebody telling you they putting turkey wings in they collard greens, them ain't no real goddamn collard greens. Them ain't no collard greens. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. And Vicky, I'm surprised that you old Georgia, you old country Georgia girl. You old country girl. You ain't even put the smoked pork smoke. I don't want no turkey necks in my goddamn collard green. I want pork in my collard green. There goes Tony. Tony said ham hocks all day. Neck bone. Neck bone and hot sauce. And some vinegar. Gotta put some goddamn vinegar in there. Check me out. I put my vinegar on after I get them. Smoked neck bone. Shatisse Bell Belly. Pork, right. Lovely lady, smoked neck bone. Low Jack, gotta put the pork in there, man. How the hell you gonna make some collard greens? How the hell you gonna have some collard greens and you got some turkey in the motherfucker? Goddamn chitlins, man. Don't talk about no chitlins, Vicky. Don't do it. Cause I'll drive down there. My mother, you know my mother from, where my mother from? Somebody put it in the live chat. What's my mother name and where's she from? What's my mother name? Put it in the live chat. What's my mother name? I miss my mother. I miss my mother. Y'all might not know my mother's name. I ain't got some of my old school subscribers. If my old school subscribers on here, they'll tell you. Nah, she ain't from Atlanta. My mother name is Georgia Gumby. Georgia Gumby. There you go. Lovely lady. And she from Georgia. My mother name is Georgia Gumby, and she from Georgia. She would call me like she called me like now, right? Because Thanksgiving is like 2 months away. I got to get some water so I could do her voice. This how she talk. There you go, intelligent. Now it's with an N. It's with an N, intelligent husband, G-U-N-B-Y. N is in Nancy. Look at here now. You coming down here? You coming down here for Thanksgiving? Cause if you gonna come down here, I'm gonna make some hog maw. I'm gonna make some hog maws and chitlins. I be like, yo, ma, I'm coming, ma. I'm coming, man. You sure? You sure? Cause don't have me go. Don't have me to go buy them chitlins now, and you don't come down here now. I'm gonna get 5 pounds of maws, and I'm gonna get 5 pounds of chitlins. It's Gumby with an N. G-U-N is in Nancy. There you go, lovely lady. And man, once I know she gonna make some hog maws and chitlins, it's a date. Thanksgiving, I know exactly where I'm gonna be. Florence, South Carolina, the big DM. Once I know my mother making some hog maws and chitlins, I'm out of New Jersey. I'm the fuck out of here. I'm going straight to Georgia. I'm going straight to Georgia. And my mother, yeah, I miss my mother, man. Thanksgiving fall on a Thursday. She start cooking them on Tuesday and stink up the whole house. And you go in the house, you be like, I love that smell. Ooh, boy, them chitlins gonna be good. Them chitlins gonna be good. Yes, sir. Get some hot sauce on them motherfuckers. Let me get some collard green. Put a piece of that pork smoked neck bone on my collard green next to the chitlins with the goddamn piece of cornbread. And give me some black eyed peas on there. With that potato salad, that down south potato salad. Not the potato salad they sell in the goddamn supermarket. That down south, back in the bushes potato salad. Yes, sir. With some tea. You gotta drink it with some of that sweet ass tea. The tea down south be so sweet you have diabetes after you get finished eating. They put a whole heap of sugar in there. That's how they talk down south. They don't say a whole lot. They say a whole heap of it. Put a whole heap in there. Whole heap. Yes, sir. I miss my mother, man. I miss my mother. Black eyed peas is all that, man. You gotta put the smoked neck bone in there too. Sweet potato pie, all that. Yeah, Puff Saint's gonna be that Friday. Vicky, you spelled my mother's name the wrong way now. You know it's with an N, G-U-N. G-U-N-B-Y. Man, I miss my mother, man. My mother been dead October the 20th, it'll be 5 years. Be 5 years. I remember I could hear her voice like it was goddamn 6 minutes ago. Go call your mother on the phone, man, and say what's up to her. Ask her how she doing. Because if I could damn sure call mine, I would. I could damn sure call. You in Atlanta now? Atlanta GA. Atlanta hip hop then went down the drain. Real Ken's TV. Book me for the tour, man. Send me an email. The podcast was sold at gmail.com. Leave your phone number. I'll call you. And maybe we can meet up down there at the trial. And then we can hang out after. Do a tour with me. Lovely lady. Chow, what up? My mother's from down south. My mother was a country girl. I might as well have been living in Georgia. We just lived here. But everything we did, everything she did, was shit that she learned growing up in the South. She used to play Aretha Franklin. She used to play Aretha Franklin's Amazing Grace album every Sunday. Every Sunday morning when she didn't have to go to work. If she didn't have to work Sunday, she'd wake up early in the morning and she had a record player. She didn't have no goddamn, we had a record player. She had the big 33. The 33 record, you had to put the record on the goddamn record player, then swing that arm over and put the needle on the record. Remember, I had to get the needle and put it on there. And she'd play her Aretha Franklin Amazing Grace album all day and cook. Yes, she would. And clean the house. Kept a clean house. My mother didn't play that dirty house shit. No. She didn't play that dirty house shit. Cold quit Georgia. My mother didn't play that dirty house shit. You couldn't leave no dishes in the sink. If something went on the floor, if you was eating and it fell on the floor, get it up! Get it! Pick them clothes up. Go clean that bathroom up. She didn't play that shit. Barbara Ruth. Hey, Barbara Ruth, my mother, she kept a clean house, man. Could leave no dishes in the sink. No dishes could be left in the sink at all. At all. All my drawers to my dressers had to be closed. You couldn't have the drawer closed with like a shirt sleeve hanging out or a sock hanging out, but the drawer, so the shit had to be perfect. Had to be perfect. Make your bed, all that shit. Brush your teeth. Clean that tub out after you take your bath. Clean that tub out. You had to clean the tub out after you took a bath. Go clean that tub out. I'm the same way. I keep a clean house. I'm neat. I'm neat. I make my bed every morning. All my sneakers is in order. All my shorts is folded. I hang up my shirts. Fuck that. I'm clean. I'm clean. And I don't like no dirty ass woman. If I go to a woman's house and her shit dirty, I'll be like, nah, hell no. I'll be like, I'm just gonna hit this. I'm just gonna hit this. Then I'm leaving. I don't like no dirty woman, man. Nope. Clean the tub out every time you get out. Putting clothes on the clothesline. Putting clothes on the clothesline. We had it here. When you go down south, you got a lot of land. You build your own clothesline. And then the woman carried a big goddamn basket of washed clothes. And she carried them out and she hang the clothes on the clothesline with the clothespin. In New Jersey, where we lived, we lived on the second floor. So we had a clothesline that was stuck to the wall. So you would take your basket to the window with your clothespins and you had a string and you would do it like that. Hang the clothes and then push the line out. Hang the shirt, push the line out, hang the pant. And the clothesline went from the window attached to the building to the telephone pole in the backyard. And that's how we dried our clothes. And if it started raining, you had to pull them in. Yes, sir. I remember when black women used to wear rollers in their hair. You don't even see women with rollers in their hair no more. They don't even love themselves. Black woman don't love herself no more. She want to be somebody else. My mother and them and her friends would straighten each other's head with the straightening comb. Remember the straightening comb? You put it on the goddamn stove. Remember the straightening comb? Who remember the straightening comb? Remember the straightening comb? They get the straightening comb, put it on the stove with the fire, and then goddamn put it in the hair, and it go goddamn smoke be coming up off my mother head. Then they blow it out, and the goddamn afro be this big. Afro be like this. Yeah, straightening comb. And they take turns. She would straighten her hair first. Then when her hair got finished, and they put the grease in it, they get the grease and put a line, and then put a finger of grease, get a lot of grease on that finger, and then go like this. Put it down there, comb it to the side, make a line. Comb it. Remember that? I used to see all that shit. I remember that. That's foundational black American culture right there. That's the foundational black American culture right there. And they be having Al Green, or Johnny Taylor, or Aretha Franklin playing on the record player. They be having the record player playing. Al Green be on there. Love and happiness. Well, something that'll make you do wrong, make you do right. Yeah, well. Love and happiness. Hey, Belton. Thank you, Belton. Hey, Belton. Something's going wrong. Someone's on the phone. 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Talking about how she can make it right. Yeah. Hey, man. That's that foundational black American culture, man. B.B. King, Bobby Blue Bland. Hey, Belton, thank you for the super chat, man. Bobby Blue Bland. Goddamn Bobby Blue Bland. Jackie Wilson. Sam Cooke. My mother loves Sam Cooke. She loves Sam Cooke. I'm going to be in Atlanta for Morris Brown Homecoming October the 11th, man. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Joe Tex. I don't want to bump with no big fat woman. I don't want to bump. Yeah, James Brown too, boy. James Brown. All them records. Stevie Wonder. Temptation. Johnny Taylor. These last $2. All right, y'all. Peace.